be a menace. They gon' serve me a sentence, but now I'm up in the illest that did it. Drop it in the give about opinions. I'm just minding my business. If I'm grinding, I'm shining. Don't got time for the gimmicks. I'm dead. Squad. 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 Oh my God. Fire.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. Tannehill's Dolphins going up against Palmer's Cardinals.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. The return will come from Sonoris Perry. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, it's Drake. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Tannehill. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. The Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Room here to run. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now Palmer to throw on second down. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 3rd down, Palmer. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jerron Brown, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. On third down, Drake. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Wide open receiver complete. A very solid gain of 27.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Hard throw, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Here comes Arizona's offense back onto the field. Earlier we were talking about the quarterback position, a big decision coming up on that spot. But, you know, Cardinal fans and fantasy football owners, I guess, so disappointed when David Johnson went down in the opener with a fractured wrist, wound up missing the season. That kind of got overlooked in 2017.
It certainly did, and it was the first big domino in why the Cardinals didn't really make a run at the playoffs this year, because of David Johnson's ability to run it and catch it and initiate all the offense that the Cardinals wanted to run. The defense still held up. Calais Campbell went to Jacksonville. The defense was still 6th in the league. But offensively, we're not nearly the same team.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That good for 19 at a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jerron Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And it's 15-0. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Tannehill hands to Drake. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. On second down, here's Tannehill. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Tannehill. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Drake off the give from Tannehill. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. Dancing to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On third down, here's Williams. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Here's Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Marquise Gray from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. On first down, it's Palmer. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On second down, here's Palmer. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now it's Palmer. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It wasn't third and long. It was more like third and attainable, and oftentimes offense just want to run enough to pick up a first down. But I think they wanted to break tendency there. Catch the defense playing for the short pass and push it downfield, and they almost collected a big play.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he is out of bounds right around the 20. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Going deep here for Still. He's got a man, complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. Looking for the out route, it's completed to Landry. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And Gresham has it left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
18 yards there and a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Throwing is Palmer. Screen play, Johnson. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, Palmer. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw on second down is Tannehill. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one as a receiver has got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Tannehill with a hook up to Thomas for a Dolphin first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A give to Drake running left. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. On third down, that's Drake, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They begin the drive with Johnson. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 69 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From the gun, here's Tannehill.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running.
Jarvis Landry, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 41 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Palmer to throw. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. To throw on second down. Palmer caught right side. Gresham. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, 41 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They'll start the drive with Drake. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. A give running right, Drake. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain.